Hey, what's up, guys? You ever realize when you're getting bad again, like your mental health is going down, and maybe it's been declining, but you just start to notice it, and you're like, oh man, these days, these months are flying by, and I've just been in kind of like a routine this whole time. Not a good one, not one that you would like to be in. Like maybe you stopped working out. Maybe your diet isn't as great as it should be. Maybe eating out more, spending unnecessary money, just eating out for dinner just to be out and, you know, not go grocery shopping, I guess. Eat something good, have a little highlight of the day. Maybe drinking a little too much, maybe playing too much games at night, staying up too late, sleeping in as much as you can. Stuff like that. Not really like doing anything extra, just kind of doing like the bare minimum to get through the day and stuff and find the enjoyment in like the little things like eating out or, playing games and whatnot. Just seeing the days, the weeks just pass by, man. And that's kind of where I'm at, man. And I realize I started to notice I've kind of been this way since like September ish, maybe the end of September. And before then, like last year, 2024, I was like on a good streak, man. I was working out, I was eating healthy, I was motivated. If I wanted to play games, I made myself stream. I was like, might as well make something of it. Making like little reels and throwing them on TikTok and whatnot. I was like, bro, let's just fire off on all cylinders. And I was doing that, man. Got in like the best shape I've been in quite some time because I go down like these little holes like every now and again. It almost feels like every year there's like one or two periods of just like a downtime. And I don't know why, man. I bet if I ask like some astrology girl, she'll be like, oh, it's because your rising sun's in retrograde or something. I'm sure there's some whimsical, you know, idea that you could attach to make sense of things, which is fine. But that is a topic I do want to go down sometime is astrology. It's I find it interesting that that's even like a thing, and I want to know like how we map that out, like in I don't know, just learn about it. I don't know if it's necessarily anything can be true or untrue, kind of. You know what I mean? It's just whatever you want to apply and or believe in. I think there is a power in belief. That's besides the point. I'm just curious if you guys start to notice when things are just getting bad in a way. We're just you're not really talking to anyone. Maybe you're not as engaging with people as you should be. Dude, I'll even catch myself. And, dude, it makes me kind of smile when I do catch myself, which maybe is good, I guess. But, like, I notice, like, if I'm, like, walking in my car, I'll be, like, looking down. Like, not even, like, purposeful. I'm just, like, just kind of slumping. And then I'll notice, I'm like, bro, what am I doing? Um, but, yeah, man, there's only, like, two solutions to it, which one's good, one's freaky, but it's got to fix itself sometime, right? And either you get a spark of motivation, that young Sophia igniting that spark in you or something, or, something gets even worse that forces you to change. And that's a freaky little line to walk. And, it's like when you have like your mentality is just kind of low and you can logically think of things to do to be better. Is like I should be working out, I should be engaging, I should be planning stuff in the week to look forward to, and just make life feel worth living in a way. But when your like mind is like down, when it's in the bad areas, it's like it's hard to do that. It's hard to find like the purpose or the will to do what you need to do. It's like this weird curse that sometimes happens. And I think as like humans, we all go through it one point or another, either by circumstantially or I do think chemically. I used to think like there's things you can do to make yourself feel good. If you are eating good, if you are working towards something, if you have a purpose, I feel like us dudes, we strive when we feel like we have a purpose. And we become just like degenerates, just, I don't like little trolls when we have no purpose or the feeling of no purpose. So I guess that's what I need to do. I need to find some kind of purpose, something to work towards, I guess. And I don't know. It's like I can think of things where it's like, oh, I could do this or whatever. Or maybe like I'll get like a spark and I'll go down some hole, learn something, maybe start creating something. And then I don't know, that doesn't like last that long. And then like it's almost like what I was looking for was the process of doing it. And then you just kind of move on, or I do a lot of times. And sometimes I wonder if it's just like I get tired of something once I like kind of understand it. It's like that ignorance period when you don't fully understand a thing and you're just doing it and you're learning as you go. And then once it gets like streamlined or you get the plan, the battle plan down, you're like, what am I doing, man? What is this for? Which isn't good. That's also like a curse, it kind of feels like. But, maybe it's just not finding the right thing. I'm not sure, man, because I've done like music projects and I've loved doing that. But sometimes like you just kind of get burnt out of just doing stuff. And then once like you think of like a project where you're like, oh, let me make this project. I could see it like, ooh, this would be the market. This is the niche. You start thinking of like business ideas. And I don't know if any of you are like this, but sometimes it makes me existential, or it's like it feels disingenuous. It's like, man, why am I trying to sell more garbage when everything being sold is already pretty much garbage? It's like I don't want to feed into that, which is probably not smart. I should just bite the bullet and be like, who cares? But I guess I just have always like chased enjoyment, I suppose. Like even when I've done projects, just genuine projects, and they worked out, and there was like money coming in, I never really thought to like capitalize on that. And it's weird looking back now and thinking about that, because it's like if you catch lightning in a bottle, you get a good opportunity, and it's like, and you're just enjoying it. That is like bliss. It feels great. But it's weird looking back and be like, dang, I didn't capitalize on that. And I don't know if that's right or wrong, really. I feel like you could make an argument for both. But it is what it is, like it's just, that's just how it all happened. I guess it's just reflecting. And I don't even necessarily think reflecting means regret. It's just sometimes weighing the options. It's just so you know later on, I guess. Like if a new opportunity arises, what you could change to maybe benefit more in an enjoyment way or a financial way. I wish everything wasn't so tied to finances, man. Everything is so expensive lately. Maybe that's also why, like, I kind of feel stuck in a way, too. Dude, it's so wild. Like, I make okay money. Like, I get by. But, like, dude, when I think about it, like 2015, 2016, I wasn't making as much as I am now. And I felt like I was living better. It's so crazy. And dude, like rent is insane. Dude, so the first apartment I ever got when I was 18, I got it with two other buddies. But the rent altogether was like, I think it was between like 1100 and 1500. Maybe 1500 for like everything, like internet and utilities, like all the jazz. So it was like 500 each. Easy. Dude, I look at that same apartment and it was a pretty good apartment. It wasn't bad at all. Like it was spacious, had 3 bedrooms. Like it was pretty good. I'd be happy being there right now. Dude, I've looked at it again. Nowadays, it's like 4,500 alone just for that apartment. And it's like, bro, if it was me and those two buddies again, we'd be paying 1,500 each just for the place. That doesn't even count for like internet and obviously food and car bills and all the other bills and whatnot. I guess the other one didn't count for car bills, but you know what I mean. And it's just insane, man. It's like, bro, everything's so expensive. I should stop eating out though. Eating out has gotten so expensive too. It's so bad. But groceries are also so expensive. I've kind of just, when I do go grocery shopping, I kind of just stick to like grilled chicken, you know. Lately, I'll just be making like wraps. If I eat at home, I just make like little chicken wraps, and they're good, I guess. But yeah, it's not too expensive for a week of food like that. But if you want to like min max your health, dude, so expensive. And then if you don't even want to min max your health and you want to be like a degenerate and eat out all the time, so expensive. Like it just adds up so much, so quick. And then rent, bro. Rent sucks. And everything's a subscription nowadays. Dude, there's all these like AI tools coming out. And, I'll get ideas where I'm like, oh, I want to mess with that. Dude, they're all subscription based. And it's like, bro, I get it. But it's like, bro, I get it. It's, they're making their bags, I guess. But it just feels like everything's a subscription. Like I don't pay for any subscriptions I can think of. I pay for Spotify, actually. Um, but just the amount of subscriptions, dude, the amount of times I'll like intentionally Google search like free whatever app. I want the free one. I'll get a link. I'm like, cool. Or there'll be multiple links. I'll click through them all. It'll take me to the app store, download it, open the app. Nope, you can't use this unless you pay us $8 a day. It's like $8 a day, bro. That's insane. Or it's like, or just pay this flat fee of $119.99 for the whole year. It's like, bro, I don't even know if I'll like it yet. I don't know. Maybe it's good in a way that I don't, it kind of helps me save money, I guess, because it's like I don't want to pay money on like anything except I guess food. And lately I've been enjoying those Miller High Lifes maybe a little too much than I should. Kind of chills me out, but so I am kind of wasting money regardless, I suppose. Dude, gas is up again. Sick. It feels like it took years for it to get to like kind of a reasonable, still expensive compared to back in the day, but reasonable prices, at least in my area. Boom, overnight, it's almost like $4 a gallon. I'm like, bro, this is insane. Yeah, but I know we're all going through that in a way, unless you come from a family that had money. Maybe you got your college paid for, and you got a good career out of that. Which, tossing no shade, go kill it, bro. Get it. That's awesome. That's an amazing opportunity. But I know a lot of us are, in this boat right now, and all these companies buying all the houses, shooting up the prices. Dude, I just want that market to crash so you can get like a decent house for cheap. Man, I should have bought a house in like 2018. I thought about it. Man. And I should have. Because now it's like, bro, I don't know when I'll be able to. Oh my God. Ugh. I should go travel maybe. Sometimes I think of that, but that's expensive too. Dude, hotels are so expensive. And it's like, bro, I get it. Make your bags. You got to pay your employees because wages are up, right? If wages are up, the product has to go up. And so it doesn't even feel like wages are up. Like I made garbage money in like 2014 when I got my first apartment that I was talking about. Like I made garbage money, but made it all work out. Now you can make like compound that by like 5 times. And it's like, do I live in the ghetto or where do I go, bro? It's rough out here. I guess you need that teamwork, a dual income household. But I've done that, and I mean, the place we were in wasn't that great, to be honest. But there is a bright side. This all ends. That sometimes puts me in a better mood where I'm like, this is kind of just an experience at the end of the day, and it seems like one day this will fade to black. Maybe our consciousness goes somewhere, maybe it doesn't. Sometimes a freaky thought, maybe it's, I guess you could argue freaky or kind of sweet. Sometimes I wonder, and I don't know, this is probably going to sound crazy, so my bad. But, like, what if when you die, you die in like other people's perspectives because most of us have seen someone die, or you know they're clearly not around anymore. So where'd they go? I sometimes wonder, what if your perspective, you like jump into a multiverse where you survive that incident? You know what I mean? Stick with me, and like, because I don't know if you guys have ever had any close calls with death, and then you're fine. You're like, whoa, that could have taken me out. And I don't know, maybe that just messed with my head because I'm like, bro, I'm surprised I survived that. And but it's just an idea to play with because none of us truly seem to know. There was that one girl. I'll see if I can find the picture, but I might forget. Where I guess she was like a tech CEO, and she unalived herself because I guess she was able to prove that we are in a simulation. Granted, this could have just been a made up thing. Who knows? It was just on the internet. But if that's true, I feel like there's a good argument for like the simulation in a sense. It kind of takes into account like all the religions and stuff too. It's just kind of a modern way of putting it because now that we understand technology more and are creating our own simulations and then going off the math of how everything somehow balances out and just works here. Like even when the planets in our solar system, how their gravitational poles like hold everything in place. Unless you don't believe in all that, that's fine too. Uh, there's arguments for literally anything, which is fun. I find it kind of fun that really no one knows anything, uh, which is also kind of a curse. The human condition curse. Being conscious enough to know that we're going to die and that none of us know what's going on and that there's a select few that just control all of our lives and, feed off of our. It's probably just easier being a cat. But even cats get tired after a bit. If you have a cat and once they reach like 8 years old or whatever, like when they're a kitten, they're all running around. And when they're a young cat, they're kind of running around. They start to nap more. Uh, Eventually, older cats, you can just tell they're kind of over it. they're just they're just kind of done. Every now and again, you might see their eyes wind up like a Disney character, like they still got that little spark in them still, but you can tell they're checked out. They're like, bro, what am I doing? What are we doing? And I guess that's kind of the same for us, man. Except some, God bless their soul, where they can just everything just means everything to them, like in a good and a bad way, but at least they have a purpose where, they get upset at a bunch of things and they love a bunch of things. Uh, those might be the ones that are living, at least they're like feeling those emotions. I feel like sometimes, I don't know, I just feel like if you ever reflected enough and just actually like, well, why do I feel this way or why do I think this way? Eventually everything just gets a little dull. It's like, it's all the same. Everything's kind of the same. Same thing, different shape, same thing, different theme. You know what I mean? Like even movies, like even like things that are supposed to be chill and enjoyable, it's like it's all kind of the same. You start seeing through the looking glass of any media or entertainment thing that you enjoyed. Every now and again, I guess you can find a new one potentially, but bro, it's hard. All stories are kind of the same. There's only a few like messages really. They're just wrapped up in different themes and whatnot. And honestly, I love a movie with bad endings, as in an ending that it's like they failed. That's what makes me feel. I like it when it's like, ooh, I wasn't expected them to like not be able to do it. This got dark. This got intense. But I've talked about that with buddies, and they don't agree with that. They like those happy endings, that victory. But all movies are kind of like that, it seems. Oh, even horror movies. It's like, dude, it's a horror movie. Make it so no one escapes. But no, they always escape. Dude, did you guys ever see Ouija? That movie was butt cheeks, but at the end of it, when they're doing the Ouija board and that like ghost friend comes back and also touches it, and there's just like this filter of light over him. It just ingrained in my head because it was so cheesy and just like so pointless. I don't like a happy ending. But yeah, man, I guess I just wanted to rant because I could feel like myself kind of Well, I've kind of been slipping, kind of been in the same spot. Though. I don't know if I'm necessarily getting worse in a way. Uh, just kind of flatlined in a way. And but maybe I'm getting better because I started, ranting in audio form to throw up over gameplay to see if I don't know. One, it's nice for me. It feels good actually. I've noticed it feels good to just say the things I'm thinking, and if people, if anyone out there got this far, I do appreciate you. It's kind of crazy, um, but I appreciate you, man. I hope you're doing well, and make sure to do something for yourself, and make sure to do something for someone else today. We got it, bro. Let's get it.